Oh, hello, hello. Good morning. It is 8:20 a.m. on the 14th of May, and it is 37 degrees. Morning low was 36, 35-ish. Supposed to be a high of 71 today. I am going to be doing a different type of video today. Um, it's going to be different. It's going to be what I had for breakfast. And I've been getting really, really, really inspired this week to do different videos. And how I made um, this particular dish. I got inspired from, I made some soup, cream of mushroom soup, and with some macaroni, and I threw in some pepperoni. I know that's disgusting, but it turned out fabulous, which inspired me um, to think of this breakfast. And you got to cook with what you got. And I'm going to be filming the back of the Golden Grams box. So I'm going to show you what I had for breakfast today. And it'll probably go up on my stories page. But it looks really good. It's really, really simple. And let's get to it. This is what I'm having for breakfast today. It's just some great value pancakes from Walmart, some cheese, and the red stuff is pepperoni. The pepperoni that I used is from a store that we have called Myers. As you can see, the Myers thing right there and all that. Yes, I know I have to cut back down on the fat content. I'm changing up my diet a little bit too. But this is the cheese that I had for state cheddar. You got Wisconsin, New York, and Vermont, and California cheese. And speaking of cheese, we get milk from cows. And I made a video last night. So when I do print it out, you're probably going like, okay, what the heck is this? I love cows. And my dad bought some ice cream, purple cow ice cream from Myers, and I did not have time to shoot it, but I did yesterday. And I got inspired for my love of cows. And I was going to say, and I'll put it in the title, inspired by, but I just gotten inspired by my love of cows, and I had an event in my life. My cousin Randy and his wife, firstborn son, they were teaching him like animals, and he was only like I think a few months old at the time, maybe almost a year old. This was in 1980. Maybe he was going on 1 year old at the time. And his grandma, my Aunt Donna, would say, she's deceased now, and she would say, "What does the cow say? Moo!" And it made me think of that, so I put that in the video. And that video will be coming soon. So, let's get to the retro here. This is the back of the lunchbox. Remember lunch boxes? That's another thing that reminded me of. Okay, this is called Remember the 80s. Remember the 80s? Head to toe, neon spandex, K-stars, breakdancing, yeah, parachute pants, hanging out at the arcade, inspired by original Golden Grams recipe, taking you back to the best part of the 1980s. The retro recipe, that is the front of the box. Like horror films in the 1980s. Freddy Krueger came out in the 1980s. But you want to know who else came out in the 1980s? Why, yes, Mr. Friday the 13th himself. Thank you, Sean Cunningham, director of Jason Voorhees. And yes, Friday the 13th. Oh my gosh. Oh, what is your favorite movies from the 1980s? John Hughes sticks out. The Back to the Future films. And who remembers Revenge of the Nerds? I mean, all those films were great, but the first one was just so good. Oh, there were so many. The Blues Brothers. Just so many great things in the 80s. I was a teenager in the 80s, and I saw this on the back of the box here, and I figured, like, this would be a really, really great a video. And it is, of course. Today's Friday. I don't have to say it. But anyway. Yeah. Oh, yeah, the best all. The best all. Like waking up Saturday morning and the cartoons. Even the TV was great. I can just go like on and on and on and on and on. But I just saw the back of the cereal box earlier in the week, and I just thought that this would be a great video. And we'll see how this experimental video goes. Maybe I'll do another Remember the Decade. Me in the 80s, I'll tell you a little bit about myself in the 1980s. I dressed in the 80s, but I also wore clothes from decades past. I wasn't really a trendsetter or anything, and I'm still doing that today. So that's a part of me, and yeah, looking back on your life before you hit the big 5-0, I just thought it would be so great. And this is a test video, a 2-for-1 video, and I saw this. Remember the 1980s? That would be such a great video to shoot. And I shot a video this morning, and I just thought it would be amazing. I mean, the sun was just hitting the house just right, and there was like a couple of shots I didn't use. The sun hitting the wood paneling that we have in our living room. It didn't look right, and I used a shot of the sun hitting the bathroom. I shot that a long time ago, but the sun was just hitting the inside of the house so cool, and I decided to film it. So I'm explaining that video to you as well, just to know that you get to know my filming style and how I choose to shoot my videos. Because some of them are planned, but lately a lot of them are not planned. They just happen. Case in point, this morning, excuse me. And it was just really, really beautiful. And two things happened in the shot. I'm going like, oh my gosh. Well, you'll see it. I won't tell you what they are. They'll be like little Easter eggs, like spot something in the video. That's something else I wanted to try. And and of course, well, I'll say it. It's also Funky Friday. But I just wanted to come on and say hi, and it's supposed to be nice this weekend. And I just thought I would do an experimental video of what I'm having for breakfast today, and to finally shoot a test video called Remembering the 80s. I miss a lot of stuff from the 80s. I mean, to me, the 80s was really, really fun. Like I said, I was a teenager. Some of you may be adults. But I miss the 80s a lot. The 70s and 80s fashions, and of course the 60s. But the video games of the 1980s were just great. Anything. Let's use this point to start a conversation. When you watch this video, leave me a message in the comments on what were your favorite things to do in the 1980s. And maybe in the future, I may even do a live on the subject. But I'll even write that down so I won't forget. Well, I am Carrie Knopf, your host, and I will see everybody next time. And this here is my breakfast, and I will see everybody next time. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is going to be like a longer video than I intended, but just got a lot of things to say. So, um, the music, the radios, and I can just go on and on and on. So I'm just going to show this one more time, and I will see everybody next time. Bye.